Good morning. Thank you so much for joining me here on LinkedIn Live. My name is Makita Waterman. Today we're going to be talking about how to get lucky, stay lucky, and keep winning. I do believe that there are a good number of people in your industry, at your workplace, or in your community, or in your household that just seem to have good luck no matter what they do, no matter what time of the year, no matter what's happening in the economy. I'm pretty sure that you know someone personally, a public figure, or even have a favorite celebrity that you look up to that just consistently keeps winning no matter what's happening. Or if they do face adversities and tough times in life, they just have a way of figuring it out. So I just wanted to say, if you believe that this conversation or these tips can help somebody, share this live stream with somebody. We are now going live, not just on LinkedIn, but YouTube and X, formerly known as Twitter. If you have any questions, leave them below. It will show up on the right bottom corner of my screen. I'll be able to get to them. Or if you have any tips and advice that you want to share that are helping you or someone you know remain successful, please leave them. So let's get started. We first want to talk about how to get ahead in an uncertain time. You might be going through some frustrating times in which you don't have answers, or my coach would like to say you're not getting clarity or getting clear about what the issue is with you, your circumstance, or external outside factors outside of yourself that are kind of keeping you in the same place. You're seeing people, as we were just mentioning, be successful no matter what, and it just seems to be easy for them. Now, I just want to say that a winning mindset, it's something that's consistent. It's a lifestyle. It comes down to the foods that we eat, the words that we choose, how we treat ourselves, how we treat others. But that's more or less the what, but the how can be very, very difficult, and everybody's situation is completely different. My situation might be different from yours. But one thing that I can say is, over these past 3 years, and also before that, in certain areas of my life, like business, for example, I've always been able to get things done and find a way to get answers. And at some point, I just wanted to elevate. So these past 3 years, I've been working directly with my coach. So I will do my best to give you advice that I've learned through my coach, Cecil McIntosh, and also just things that I've learned while he guided me to where I needed to be that could potentially help you. So a consistency of winning is something that you truly have to believe in, no matter what your situation is. I take this from something personal that my coach never taught me, is that I actually look at the successful people in my family, because I can call them, I can get in my car or get on a plane and I can go and see them. So try to visualize and think about people who you actually know that are successful, the people in your family or your circle of friends. Because I do believe that that whole saying, your network equals your ability to be successful within 5 years, or it'll show the outcome. At least you have some kind of real, tangible, realistic example, even if it's just your grandfather or people in your family that are no longer here with us. Just try to think of the successful people that you know in your family and friends that are living or have passed away that have been successful. Now, if you have a successful family, you can sit here and say no one in your family is struggling financially or something like that, and you come up in a family in that kind of circumstance, I would tell you, start looking at it like that's your dynasty. That is in your genetics. This is a part of who you are. Now, if you do have a family and just a selective few of people in your family are super successful, or in the shoes of the person that you would like to become, you can even start off with that. Even if it's just one or two people in your family are successful, just think of it as, if they can do it, I can do it, and it must be in my genetics. If I have at least one person in my family who's super successful and living the life that they always wanted to live. So we'll start off with that. It's within you. It's in your DNA. And if you don't have anybody in your family that's really living their best life, you can look at it like, I'm going to take accountability to change this generational issue within my family, so that I don't continue a trend. If you're a parent, think of it like you're taking ownership of yourself, because I can talk about all the things outside of you that you can start doing. But if those things were to disappear, stop being stop being sold at a store or at a library, what are you going to do? You're going to fall apart. So let's start with yourself first, right? So with those kind of thought processes, we can then move on to, okay, you have people in your family and your circle of friends who are successful. If it's in your family, it's already in your DNA. So you already have a high chance of becoming a winner and acquiring and maintaining a winning mindset. The next thing you want to do is start looking at your life, and maybe you might want to write down a list. To the left, you write the things that you have achieved. To the right, you write down the things that, at least that you consciously know, are limiting you from getting to where you want to be. And I'm going to really exemplify how important this is, because in order for you to really understand where you are in life, you have to take a tally of where you are real time with your achievements and what you're not doing, what you want to get information on, guidance on, mentorship on, and take accountability from there, because then again, you still feel powerful, right? So write down these list of things and take out some time, carve out some time, make sure it's during a time where it's really quiet, TV's off, maybe your phone is on, do not disturb or silent, and you have a time to really dig deep and figure out what the left side of the table is and what the right side situation or items or thoughts or beliefs are on the right side of your table. When you do that, ask yourself for each item, the things that you're doing great on the left side and the things that you're not doing so great on the right side, or you need some help with on the right side, ask yourself, can you do this by yourself? I know I've said many times that Einstein, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, he had this quote that doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result is insanity. So the way that I like to look at it is, there's no way that I woke up one day, it was actually the beginning of 2020, and there was the left side of my life that was going right, and there were a couple of things on the right side that I was always struggling with. And I thought that I could watch YouTube videos and read books and that would help me, and that wasn't really helping me at all. So I had to get real with myself and take accountability and tell myself, I cannot fix these couple things on the right side. I'm doing really great on the left side with these things, but on the right side, I can't fix these because I've been trying, I've been doing my best. I went to friends, I went to family, I go to seminars, but nothing was specific to my situation. And I took accountability and I told myself, if I can't fix these few things on the right side that I need help with, I'm gonna have to get someone, a mentor, a coach, or a professional to assist me and help me. So you might have to go outside of yourself, go outside of YouTube, library, buying books on Amazon, going to 3-day mastery, personal development, these kind of camps and boot camps and courses and stuff like that, and really get specific with a professional. Now, if there are some things that you can do, like take, for example, maybe you've been told that you're not the great listener, or you're not the best at being an effective communicator as far as negotiating or something like this. Maybe little things like this, you can actually just pick up a book, do a deep dive on some YouTube videos, and get some real help. But we do have to keep in mind that there sometimes are things in our past that we forgot about, that are still on the depths of our brain and our subconscious mind, so to say, that are still holding us back from still being able to be a great negotiator, whether we read books or not. I also want to stress the importance that winning is a mindset. It is something that when you wake up, it automatically is on. While you're sleeping, it's on. And the most successful people in life that you know personally, or public figures, oftentimes when they're faced with adversity and they have problems, these type of people don't necessarily look as a problem as a bad thing. They don't look at a failure as a bad thing. And this all comes with the winning mindset of consistently being lucky or consistently winning. And they look at it as an opportunity to grow. They look at it as an opportunity. Some people actually enjoy having problems. I think Gary Vaynerchuk is an interesting personality, business entrepreneur, marketing personality, who actually says he likes failing, he likes having problems, because it's opportunity for him and his team, or him and his whoever he's got in the background supporting him, to fix the problem. And problems are, again, in my opinion, they're just really opportunities to grow, to do a deep dive, maybe not just by yourself, again, with someone who's a coach, a mentor, or get professional help who can actually be honest with you and say, I know that you're just thinking about this, but these are the things as a professional coach that this person can see that is not even on your radar. So having that winner mindset, it's almost a part of your DNA. It's activated when you're scared. It's activated when you get an opportunity, because you can get an opportunity and see more opportunities, or you can lose an opportunity but not see those opportunities. However, the person or the people with a winning mindset, they see the bigger picture, no matter if they are happy, sad, no matter if there's a tornado coming through their town, they're always figuring solutions the best way that they can, or getting somebody on speed dial, or meeting with Napoleon Hill called it a mastermind of people that knew things that he didn't know. He called it a mastermind group. And it could be your friends, it could be people in your family. And it's just you come together once a month, or for coffee, for dinner, whatever. And you all kind of talk about things that you're going through, good things and bad things. And you all have some kind of a solution to help each other. Sometimes you have to pay to get into these kind of mastermind groups if you don't necessarily have access to super successful people, and sometimes you just have to do things like that. The other thing that I want to talk to is the flip side of a winning mindset is there are things that could be blocking you from really getting to the place that you want to be, that you might not necessarily be familiar with. And those things could be, you could be hanging out or spending time with people that don't necessarily have your best interest in mind, or they're doing certain things that are getting you in a place to keep doing. You might think that because it's the third month of the year and you haven't achieved a certain goal, that you're not necessarily on the right path. But I do believe that we all have our own journey to go down. And at the same time, your mother's journey, your brother's journey, your wife, your husband, your colleagues' journeys are not your journey. You could also be looking at other people on social media, or people at work, or people on television, and you're telling yourself, well, they're at this age, they're doing XYZ, you're at the same age, and you're not even close to their achievements. And that can also be holding you back as well. I do also believe that sometimes people get into a rut. If you feel that you're getting into a rut and you're in a consistent place where you've tried, maybe you have tried getting professional help and you're just not there, you have to ask yourself, are you actually, if you have been getting professional help from a coach, a mentor, have you been listening to them? Have you been doing the homework? Have you been doing your journaling or your meditations, or eating healthier, or going to the gym, not just for 10 minutes and leaving? Are you staying for 30 minutes? Are you listening to your mentor or coach? Because again, most things will always go back to what we are and are not doing. And the only way that you can be a powerful winner or stay lucky is to take full accountability and take full responsibility for where you at, because it's temporary, but it could be permanent. It just really depends on what you're willing to do to get to where you need to be. Other things that I can say about luck, I do believe that in the dictionary, or there's a quote that luck, I don't remember who said this, but it's around the lines of luck is when people are actually preparing for a certain period of time. And then after all the preparation, then the results, and then people call that luck. So I know for this title, I use the word luck because I do my best to use words that people understand and make those live stream titles nice and quick and easy to read. But I don't necessarily think there's any luck. Nobody's really lucky. It's just that they were doing a set of things before they reached their pinnacle of success to get to where they are. Meaning, if you do the same thing too, if you use their formula or maybe tweak it, if you know that your situation might not necessarily be like that person that has achieved the goal situation, there's a formula to everything. In my opinion, there's a formula to great relationships. There's a formula to getting promoted. There's a formula to losing weight. There's a formula to remaining happy. There's a formula to consistently winning no matter what's going on with the economy, with your community, in your household, what your partner is doing, what your children are doing, etc. So just keep that in mind. I also want to state that sometimes in life we achieve goals and we get very excited because we achieved the goals. We got a goal at a certain time in our life. And then we're looking at ourselves like, what's next? And this often can come, I think sometimes people might call it a midlife crisis, or sometimes people can say that these people are just bored. They have a lot of toys, they have a lot of tangible things, and they don't want to achieve anything more, but there's always so much more that one can do. So you have to keep in mind that when you achieve all of your goals, winning doesn't end there, because winning, you might be happy with where you're at for a good 5 or 10 years after you've achieved all of your life goals. But what about your family? What about your neighbor? What about the people in your community, online and offline, that actually need your help? So there, it might not be goals, personal goals. Now you want to get into helping the community, helping the world, helping disadvantaged people. And of course, only helping people that want to be helped, because while you're winning, you are helping people, whether you want to believe it or not. I'm not saying that you have to stop at there, but while you're winning and achieving your goals in life, you are winning because people see what you're doing, whether it's online or offline. Even if you just go to church or you go to Toastmasters or a meetup group every month or every week, people are watching your progress, especially if they know a little bit about what you're doing behind the scenes. Like if you have a mentor or a coach, or if you're going to Alcohol Anonymous, or if you're going to anger management, and you're actually, investing in your growth, you are helping your community. Again, I'm not saying that you have to stop at that. If you want to do more, definitely go out and do the necessary legwork to help people that want to be helped. But you are helping your community, you're helping your family, you're helping your friends when you're consistently winning. And winning, in my opinion, is not just achieving a goal. Winning, in my opinion, is losing or also failing and saying to yourself, I've got more to do. I'm not going to stay in this place. I'm not going to let this one situation define who I am. I'm not going to let this situation keep me stagnant and in the same place for the next 10, 20 years of my life. That is a winning mindset. That is winning versus not doing anything at all, or just allowing life to, put boulders on your shoulder where you can't move. That's winning. I think that, Western society and just lots of different cultures and society put so much emphasis on achieving something. But I think winning is also saying, hey, I need help. Let me go find somebody. Or, hey, I need help. I remember that person at church, or I remember that person at that networking group said that if I need anything, that I can call him or her. That is a part of winning, because winning is just a series of steps of things that you repetitively keep doing to get you to where you need to be in life, in your career, with your friendships, your personal self-awareness, etc. Right? So I know we're down to 2 minutes. But I do want to say that winning is for everybody. I do have this book. I've mentioned it on my live streams many times, from Wallace D. Wattles. And he has this book called The Science of Getting Rich. And this book, to me, it's not just about money. These practices that he shares in this book can be used for every single thing in life. I promise you, if you were to go get it, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Or if you have it and you haven't read it yet and it's in your library, check that book out. Because in that book, at the very beginning of the book, within the first few chapters, he says that you can be overweight, you can be living in the worst neighborhood in your city, you can be disadvantaged, but you can still win. It's just about doing things a certain way. This is the premise of Wallace D. Wattles. He's kind of like a Napoleon Hill author from back in the day, and he says no matter your race, your gender, if you were born in poverty, you can become successful and keep winning, but it's based on a formula, on doing things in a certain way. And he has an example in the book of 2 entrepreneurs in the same city. One is struggling and bankrupt. And the other one is pretty much doing what that other entrepreneur wishes he or she can do. And in the book, he basically says they're both in the same business, except the one that is succeeding is doing things in a certain way versus the one that is not succeeding in the same business, etc. So I know we're down to 20 minutes, but I just want to tell all of you that, you know, I've said this before, 2024, people online keep saying 2024 is the year of truth, and we are now in the age of Aquarius. You can Google all of this. Age of Aquarius just means people are seeking the truth. They're seeking answers. They're seeking clarity. More people are doing therapy. More people are doing the inner work. More people are realizing they can be better parents, better employees, better entrepreneurs, better dog walkers. It doesn't matter, right? What you do. There, you know, there's no good, or I wouldn't say good. There's no that's a good thing to do in life or a wrong thing to, unless it's just something you shouldn't be doing. Who are we to tell you that you just want to be the best dog walker, or you just want to be the best basketball player down the street, or you just want to, you know, make the best soup for your children? It doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve, but there has to be a certain formula that you have to find out on your own. And I'm hoping that this live stream has given you some tips so that you can use that formula and you can apply it to your life, your work, your soup, whatever, and you can continue to keep using that formula. And I'll just leave you with this one thing. As I continue to be a person who's being coached by my coach, Cecil McIntosh, I'm sure many of you saw not too long ago, or probably some 5 or 6 months ago, of me doing live streams with him. Sometimes he teaches me something and then I use it, and then because it's such a new thing that he has taught me, or he has guided me to some clarity or a formula that I find out for myself, sometimes in the moment I forget to use it. So if you find the formula of success with your goals and it keeps working for you, but for whatever reason you forget it, don't be hard on yourself. If you weren't using this formula of success for the past 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90 years of your life, you're going to forget it. But you can write it down, or you can ask someone that you love or trust to help you stay accountable. So this is about finding that formula of success, doing the tips that I had shared. And I will just do a quick recap. So the first thing that you want to do is take accountability for where you are. Ask yourself, are you surrounding yourself with the right family members and friends? Can you write down a list on the left of things that you're doing good at, on the right things that you need help with or are failing at, and that you've done everything in your power to do but it's not working? After you're done that list, ask yourself, the things on the right, can you as an individual without any help fix those problems on the right? Or should you seek mentorship, professional help? Speak to someone successful in your family or community to see if they can give you some pointers, because no one is an island. We've all heard that saying before. The most successful people have had a mentor or coach, whether they paid for it or not. In my opinion, that's really the only way a lot of us can really get out of the situation that we're in, is getting somebody who's unbiased to support us. But that's just my opinion based on myself, who has been doing this coaching thing for the past 3 years. It's been working for me, and that's the best advice I can give you with that. The other thing we want to do is ask yourself, do you have family members and friends? Or let's just say, do you have at least one family member who's doing really well in life? Because when you look at someone that you know of that's really tangible and real, other than someone on social media or television or in the public figure industry, you can tell yourself at least it's in your DNA. It's within you already. And if you don't have anybody in your family or friends who are super successful, you can tell yourself, well, I'm going to stop this generational thing that's happening within my family. I'm going to be the first person to do this. And try not to be a winner. Try not to be successful to get anybody's approval, to get anybody's acceptance, to get a pat on back from anybody, because you're doing it then for the wrong reasons. Do it for you. And also, as we were mentioning, when you finally get to that level of success, and maybe you feel like you want to achieve more but you can't, or you want to help your community, just remember that being successful and being the best version of yourself is helping your community, because anybody that knows a bit of your story, and even if they don't, they can see that you're different. So you're already inspiring people if you're on this path to begin with. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions or comments, or you have any pointers and tips that you can share, leave it in the comments. If you feel that this conversation can help somebody, share this LinkedIn link. And if you have any ideas for upcoming live streams, let me know in a message, in a comment. Thank you so much for your time, and I wish all of you all the best for the new year and the rest of your life. Take care. Bye.